Hello, everyone. Welcome to Parents Making an Investment. Today, I want to talk to you about investing in our children, spiritual development. Now, sometimes we don't think about it because we're just natural beings, but the natural and the spiritual intertwines. And so, just like how we have to feed our natural body and strengthen and educate, we also have to at times to nurture the spiritual side of us as well. And today we're focusing on not us as parents, because we need to also do that as parents, but that's another topic for another time. So if you don't do it already, then yes, it might be a little bit more challenging for you to encourage your children to do it. So you will have to start with you. And examples that we set for our children begin with us. They become who we are. And so we want to make sure that we're setting that example and by leading and by guiding and uh, applying it to our own lives as well. And so you can take from this video as it is information for you as well as for your children. But I want to talk about why is it important to invest spiritually in our children. And it is just to be able to give them some hope and some faith. And we know that there's some people that um, don't believe in God. There are some people that believe in the universe or another God, and that is okay. But how much of that are we imparting to our children? We can be complete physically, mentally, spiritually, but we want our children to be complete physically, mentally, spiritually as well. And so this is where we also need to put in that legwork as far as making sure that we spend that time. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about today in this video is prayer. Prayer is also a part of and will help our children in their spiritual development. And it's even if you just pray with your child and just them sharing with them of how to pray. And it's just giving thanks for everything that they've been through that day, for the protection that they've received that day, for the food that was provided that day, for even the clothes that they wear, and even the education and being able to receive the information, and even being able to play and be safe. Their safety is important. And do you even think about when you leave your children throughout the day, do you think about their safety and whether they'll be safe? And are you thankful when they come back home? And so these are simple ways to teach your children to pray. You don't have to go into this big in depth. It starts somewhere. And just that simple and that small is how seeds get planted, even in our own lives. It doesn't have to start really big, and it starts that small, and planting a seed starts that small. And so today, I am encouraging you to sow a small seed today, a seed of prayer. And you pray. And sometimes we don't even know where to begin. How do you begin? Where do you start? What do I say when I'm praying? That's it. Just start by giving thanks. Giving thanks for what you have. Giving thanks for your safety. All those things that I mentioned before, that's where you can begin. And also, just to let you know, if you want to go further with that, there are resources as well. You can purchase prayer books, children's prayer books. They sell them, TJ Maxx sells them, Marshalls, Ross, department stores, Barnes and Nobles, bookstores, and you can buy simple prayer books. And even though it's a depiction of someone else's writing in prayer, it also just shows your children and us as parents the guidelines and how they're just simply giving thanks. And that's what I did with my children. And this is why I'm sharing it, because that's where I started my kids off. I just found like a Little Bear prayer book. And Little Bear would walk around his room and just be thankful for his toys, be thankful for the cookies his grandma make, be thankful for his bed. And it starts out that simple, because if we learn to say thanks, we develop eventually a heart of gratitude. And so we don't just keep saying, give me, give me, give me, but we are thankful for what we have. And it may not be much, but we become people with a heart of gratitude to be thankful for what we have, and our safety and the life that we're living. And so just start out that small. Get a book, and it will guide them through like little prayers and it will actually spark them as well, and you as a parent, of what to pray for. When we don't know what to pray for, those books kind of give us those ideas. So when we go to pray, then we know what to say. Because sometimes actually people do want to pray, but they're like, what do I say? And I know when I started out doing that, it was and became a believer of Christ. Um, it was the same thing for me. It's like, how do I pray? What do I say? And don't think that your prayer have to be long. Don't think your children's prayer have to be long. Start small. Start out where they just give thanks for their food. When they make it, you just tell them to give thanks for their food. And that's where it starts until it grows. But also we want to be reminded today, and this is why I sharing with you, that we are natural beings, but the spiritual and the natural intertwines. And there's a part of us that also needs to grow. And that's our spiritual part, that it needs to grow while we are growing naturally, and while we are feeding our brain and our mind, and we're letting our children be taught. Also them Also their spiritual side needs to grow as well, to be strengthened and to become, confident individuals. And so today I just want to encourage you to add prayer to your everyday, and invest in your children through praying with them, and also teaching them how to pray. Hope this was a blessing to you. And please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also to my website, which is parentsmakinganinvestment.com, and like it and share it as well. And if you have any questions, you can go to parentsmakinganinvestment.com, and I have an email. It's called Janelle Stewart at parentsmakinganinvestment.com. You can reach out to me there. And also there is a contact number on my website if you have further questions. Thank you.